Hello, I'm Joni Rotten. I'm going to share some smart people saying more rotten stuff. This article is going to come to us from the National Library of Medicine, PubMed Central. It's the broad spectrum coronavirus antiviral drug discovery. And the abstract says the highly pathogenic coronaviruses, severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS, and Middle East respiratory syndrome MERS are lethal zoonotic viruses that have emerged into human population over these past 15 years. These coronaviruses are associated with all kinds of bad things, including ARDS. The areas that are covered, the risks of the re-emergence from a bat reservoir hosts, the persistence of the circulation, and the potential for future emergence is indicate antiviral drug discovery will require activity against multiple coronaviruses. And in this review, approaches that antagonize viral non-structural proteins, neutralize structural proteins, or modulate essential host elements of viral infection with varying levels of efficacy in models of highly pathogenic coronavirus diseases are going to be discussed. His expert opinion is that the treatment in outbreak settings has focused on therapeutics with general antiviral activity and good safety profiles rather than the efficacy data provided by cellular, rodent, or non-human primate models as highly pathogenic infection. Based on lessons learned from these outbreaks, lack of drugs capable of pan-coronavirus antiviral activity increases, and vulnerability gets higher. So then we've got some keywords I'm probably not supposed to say. The outbreaks of severe SARS in the last 2 decades are a significant threat to global health. They present a new class of public health concern and may continue in populations. So here's what we've got, some tables. They got the beta coronavirus, the alpha, the beta, the alpha, the beta. It's not reported. So we'll scroll down. You can look this up yourself. We've got another little picture. We got a bat coves emerging, goes into a little small car, maybe even to a camel, a little fox maybe. And then it spills over to humans. And then we have a high risk from animal workers, healthcare workers, a high risk of disease, the comorbidities, 65 and up. It's got some outbreak information, the in vivo systems for pan, drug discovery, reverse genetics system. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. Cell-based systems, in vivo systems, small animal models. I'll just keep going here. We got some more tables there. Mouse to wild, mouse adopted version. We got a hamster, a ferret, a guinea pig. Unlike SARS-CoV, human clinical strains of MERS did not replicate in mice, hamsters, or ferrets, but we need further studies to know why. Within the lung and some associated, but not a lethal disease. Well, that's about to change because some other interesting papers are also being published. So here is some more about, where is it going to go? A marmoset, a mouse and the adapted virus, a hamster, a ferret, and a rabbit. And then we go through and we've got some more. These papers are very long and fulfilling. So here's a little image that you can see of the virus targeting its non-cancer. They're working on it. They are definitely going to rid us of this problem anytime now. There's some ribavirian, I can't say these names, lopinavir, ritonavir. Yeah. So if we just keep going down, We got some vaccines there targeting host factors, host immune, expert opinion. In response to outbreaks of previously unrecognized respiratory syndromes characterized by atypical pneumonia in 2003 and 2012, a collaborative new research programs were quickly established to identify the entological agents involved in highly pathogenic coronaviruses. These viruses may have the potential to cause devastating pandemics due to unique features in the virus biology, including rapid viral replication, a broad host range, cross-species transmission, person-to-person transmission, and the lack of herd immunity. So get ready. And here is some of their methods. Got more. And so the logistical challenges to drug development have hindered discovery of pan-coronavirus therapeutics, availability, and diverse coronavirus clinical isolates for building in vitro and in vivo systems of drug discovery in mind. So they want to get it in you. I think this kind of makes me think of like, what are those babies that were born immune to AIDS? So, but this research was supported in part by an appointment to the Postgraduate Research Participation Program at the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Diseases, administered by the Oak Ridge Institute for Science and Education through the Intricacy Agreement between the U.S. Department of Energy and the U.S. Army Medical Research and Material Commando. So that's interesting. That's who's paying for these. You know, not even a pharmaceutical company. This is a military operation here, but they have no affiliation. I find these papers interesting. You know, without strategic research programs that fill the gaps identified in our literature review, medical countermeasures that target highly pathogenic viruses cannot be brought to market, leaving global public health vulnerable to this emerging threat. Oh my God. So there's that paper. I'll go back to the top so you can, you know, check it out if you want to go search for it yourself. And of course, you'll find all kinds of other interesting things. They're learning about their drug discovery. Very good, boys. Very good.